And I'm on. So I'm set to make a video about uh, being a YouTube wargamer. I didn't know there was such a category, but apparently, yes, there is. I hope everything's working. It seems like it should be. And by the way, if you hear the sound of a dog barking in the background, I have my keys on, Sammy, in the room with me, mainly because she likes to be in the room with me. Uh, like a like most, if not all, Keysons, she's a very devoted dog. I mean, that's what they are. They have a reputation for that, and she's certainly no exception. In other words, she's a daddy's girl, okay? Yes, I say. Okay, so I am a wargamer, a YouTube wargamer, and I saw that the questions and such. And I think I'm going to answer them in my own way. What am I doing this for? Simple. Straight up, folks. It's called therapy. I spent most of not all of my adult life dealing with PTSD and depression. And the other separate things. And part of the PTSD, I think, is a streak of antisocial behaviors. I mean, I'm not an axe murderer or anything, guys. I'm just a guy. However, there are a lot of times when I get a bad case of leave me the hell alone. Or, well, I don't want to. Why bother? They're all going to just think it's stupid, etc., etc. Even though that's not the point, it is still, or that that's not the reality of my experiences. I'm sure I've got critics out there who think I'm a blathering old idiot. That's okay. It really is. But rather than instead, I think for me, for the longest time, it's been an avoidance mechanism. Because it seems like whatever content I publish, whether it's the YouTube video here or my blog, the Skirmish Line, which is amazingly enough still getting hits, the dogs, still getting hits. It's still sometimes difficult for me to express myself, believe it or not. Certainly wouldn't know what to look at my performances, if you will, on the Tabletop Commanders broadcasts. But yeah, a lot of times it is. YouTube gives me an outlet. YouTube sometimes gives me simply a way to express myself and get it out there in front of people. And that's what it's all about. I'll tell you something else. I have met some amazing people through YouTube. I have met people such as Anthony Boyd, aka Runeslinger, Lee Patterson, aka Juice, and Curtis Brown of Tabletop Commanders Forum, and all of the guys that I chat with on a semi-regular basis, and also a gentleman gamer named of Ralph Astley. I take a minute to say a special hello to Ralph. and that I very much enjoy his videos. Ralph is to me the very quintessential gentleman wargamer. The only regret that I have is that I'm not conducting this conversation with him in person over a good cup of coffee, perhaps, and a couple of easy chairs. But still, perhaps that'll happen someday. I don't know, but I certainly enjoy it now. So, yeah, I met a lot of very good people. Now, I know that there's a lot of real haters out there, trolls. Um, we've got Gamergate, we've got sad puppies or sick puppies or, sick sad puppy gates, all sorts of people out there. Well, what I try to do on my YouTube channel, excuse me, is just be myself. That's all. Hey guys, I don't really want to be Batman. He works too damned hard. Anyway, I do enjoy gaming. In fact, there were times in my life when it was gaming that kept me sane, or at least helped a great deal. And I've noticed some trends that I have seen come up. People always like to talk about old school gaming. Hell, when I got started in gaming, it was nothing but old school because that's all there was. It's an old school gamer. And yeah, I played it all. I played Chainmail, which of course later became the basis for Dungeons and Dragons. I played D&D first through 5th edition. Guess you can't get any more authentic. Oh, wait, I've never played 4th edition. And from what I've been told by any number of people, probably just as well. I don't know. But my style, when I want to review things, so I don't really intend to come on and trash things, tear them apart. That's not what I want. Not really how I want to do things. I mean, there's a number of games I've played, I've kind of gone, oh, really? But the bottom line is, did I like them? What difference does it make? Let's just say that in most of those instances, it was obvious this was not the game for me. Let's just let it go at that. There are, I've always had my own philosophy. If you like running it and your players like playing it, it's a good game. If you're having fun, it's a good game. And I don't know why in the world people seem to think, they come and say, well, I don't like, I don't like Bonzo's, adventure game. And I think people that play it are idiots. Really? Why are you doing that? Why? What are you trying to prove? If I don't like Bonzo's adventure game, guess what? I'm going to play it. Not going to buy it, but I'm also not going to waste my time tearing it apart and trolling and putting the hate on people. I'll give you a real life example. My Little Pony. Can't stand it. However, I know a lot of people that really like it, really get into it, and good on them. If you enjoy it and it brings you happiness, that's fine. It really is. I just am not interested. Let's say I'm not interested and let it go with that. Now, where I will get upset a little bit, or perhaps a bit aggrieved, or whatever you want to call it, is when you have people that treat it like an evangelical religion and they preach it. Why don't you like it? Why don't you like it? I'm sure. Well, try it. Try to look. I don't want to try it. I'm just not interested in it. Why are you not aren't interested? Never. I don't have to give you a reason because I don't owe you one. I'm simply not interested. And let's just let it go. If you're happy with it, you're happy with it. And I'm glad of that. And yeah, I mean, I read about the whole brony thing. And hey, if you really, like that, more power to you. I'm glad you found something that makes your life good. That's how I look at it. The same thing I think with YouTube videos. I've seen a lot of videos, watched them. A lot of them are enjoyable. The content is a hoot. Some of it's been very instructional and informative, and I'm just very glad to see that, and I enjoy that. And my own channel here, probably more for just letting me yacker and carry on, because I have a bad finger. I don't know if you can see the brace, but I have what's called trigger finger. Makes it difficult to type. Although I do also have Dragon Naturally Speaking. I still wind up typing because I'm correcting things and editing. YouTube lets me just kind of dispense with all of that. And I'm okay with it. I've never, by the way, thought of monetizing my channel. Why should I? I don't care. I'll make my content and put it out there and people can enjoy it. It also means that, well, given some of the shenanigans apparently that YouTube's been up to, I'm glad they didn't monetize me because I'm glad I didn't monetize me rather, because I feel like I can give an opinion and not have to worry about, the corporate suits all going, well, we have, but well, let me give you another example. There's a show that I like called China Uncensored. It's a very interesting show. It's very informative. It provides counterbalance to the official state-run Chinese propaganda. So I kind of listen to both sides and draw my own conclusions. Well, it turns out YouTube's got a new policy now of removing advertising from content that people complain about and find objectionable. Which for me, since I don't do advertising, is meaningless. However, the folks at China Uncensored have taken a pretty substantive hit to the wallet. Why? Because Google, who owns YouTube, is trying to get back into China, so they're probably making sure that the Chinese smile upon them as they squish people who try to write the truth or try to write, publish things about China. Okay. That's understandable. Doesn't mean I like it, but I understand why it's done. This is why I don't monetize. I want to enjoy this as a way that I can come on, that I can communicate, that I can come onto my channel and speak my piece. Now, whether or not I'll go back to actually doing my regular blog, I will try. Okay, if people are that interested, I will try. I think it's important to, because I have talked with people and seen videos by people from all over the world, different ideas, different outlooks. And that is really good. In my own hobby, in both the role-playing game portion and the miniatures portions, I think that the pleasure in both has been increased. The enjoyment has been increased by simply being exposed, listening to other voices. That's why I like it. That's why I do it. I am a YouTube wargamer. Well, let me rephrase it. I am a wargamer. Rather, let me rephrase that again. I am a gamer who enjoys a number of different types of gaming. And I also have a YouTube channel. That's how I look at it. Where do I see myself 5 years from now? In my early 70s. I'm 67 going on 68 years old. 5 years from now, in 2021, I'll be 74, 73, something like that. And I'll be an old geezer. Well, no, I'll probably still be me, and I hope I still have the interest and the energy and the outlook, because it was keeping me going. That and my wonderful wife, Mame. Yeah. In fact, she's the one. Absolutely. So where will I be 5 years from now? Don't know. Probably still here in Gainesville, still here in this house, and still sitting in this room. And that's okay. That's okay. And furthermore, do I want to expand this channel? No, not really. I like it just the way it is. They'll probably do uploads using my smartphone to film videos other than just sitting here in front of this camera at this computer desk. Yeah, and I've done it before. And I'll do it some more. So that's all I got for this Sunday night, September 18th, 2016. But y'all, just remember, this is just a game. This is just a hobby. This is really nothing to really get angry and upset over. Really isn't. Just enjoy it. Because remember, nobody knows when, they're going to shuffle off the mortal coil. And for me, it's not how long you live, but how well. Okay, I will see you all later. Take care, have a good evening, and a very good rest of your lives.